Right, in this video, I might be able to unveil some of the mystery as to what happened to Anne. I think her name we say it is Anne Heche. I've heard it said several different ways, but anyway, I wanted to kind of go over this scenario with you guys and see what you guys think as to possibly what might have happened. So I've watched this video several times of the Ring camera. Maybe some of you guys have as well. And if you watch this, you can hear it almost sounds like a screeching sound, but I think that's just the poor quality audio of the Ring camera. And what I think is happening is her foot is on the floor, and a lot of people want to blame her and say, oh, this is all her, she shouldn't have been going so fast. Before we do that, let's think about what possibly could have happened here. So it sounds to me like the car was on the floor, and all you hear, there's no screeching, nothing else. You hear the constant sound until you hear the crash at the end. So she was going by very fast. You can't really see what was going on inside the car. It almost looks like she's kind of slumped over the wheel. It's hard to say. Let's see if we can back it up again. If there's any way it can go frame by frame. But yeah, I don't see her back here where the seat is. It looks like maybe she's over the wheel. So this is, and there was cocaine. Apparently there was cocaine and fentanyl in her system, from what they were, from what I've looked at, other videos and stuff like that. Maybe that's not true. I would suggest you look that up on your own. But here's what I think probably happened is I don't think she was awake during this whole episode. 20 minutes before, if you look at some other video footage, she was at a wig store buying a wig, and she looked perfectly like she was, coherent. And what's happening right now in the drug world is there's a lot of drugs that are being cut with fentanyl, and it's very, very dangerous to do. And that's why you guys that are doing street drugs, honestly, go to rehab, get off of this stuff, because it's going to kill you if you don't do it. It did her, and I think that's what happened. Is, obviously she's had a problem with drugs. She's done drugs before. I don't know. I'm not judging her. I don't know her whole thing on that, but she's had, issues with that. And I think she just went to do her normal thing, which is probably take a little toot of some cocaine, and it had fentanyl. And what happens is when they mix the fentanyl in, they use that to cut it. So they take like some other cutting agent that they might use and add that to the cocaine to dilute it, and then add some fentanyl to it to spruce it up a little bit. And they're putting this stuff on the market for sale, or whatever these drug people are. And people are getting it, and I think that's probably what happened. And she got a bit too much fentanyl in it, and she took a toot. And maybe a few minutes before she got in the car, not a good idea as well. Not condoning any of those behaviors there. And she passed out while she was driving, because you can hear the car go all the way down the street. You do not hear a skid mark, and you hear it hit the building. She was out right there. So, people are saying, hey, she shouldn't drive so fast. Probably she wasn't driving. She was just passed out. And then again, she shouldn't have been doing any drugs at all. But some of these people that do drugs all the time are used to doing stuff like that and driving, and maybe they're not that dangerous, but this time it certainly was, because of the drug world that's out there. So that's just what I think happened. let me know what you guys think in the comments below. You know, there's a lot of judgment going on, and yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to judge or anything. I'm just trying to maybe clarify what may have happened. She did not, you know, Dr. Drew had another video out that he was on a video that said that, you know, he didn't think she did it was a suicide because obviously she did not hit the brakes. He didn't think it was a suicide because she did not write a letter, you know, closure letter, whatever they call that, those kind of letters. So yeah, it makes the absolute most sense that what happened is she was passed out right here in the car when it went down the street, and her foot was stuck on the floor, and that's why the car was making such a loud noise going by. It sounded like, it almost sounded like the tires were screeching, but it wasn't the tires screeching. I think it was just the sound of the engine revving in the car going down the street, because she would just, her foot was pinned to the floor, and she's over the wheel. If I can get another, go forward a little bit more. Almost looks like that's her right there. That little dot is her. It's the headrest is back there. I don't know. You guys take a look at it yourself. Tip for yourself. That just might be my opinion. I'll talk to you guys later in the video. Talk to you guys later, and so rest in peace. Sorry she had to have this happen to her. Too bad she can get rehab first and get her life in order. Really sucks. I'll talk to you in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe.